Hello YouTube, Jeff Steele here with SteelNavigator. I wanted to create another video in regards to the Jeep Cherokee XJ and the top 5 issues, common issues with the Jeep. So number 1 is the rear main seal. Most will start leaking. This particular model, this is a 98. It's got about 322,000 miles on it. Straight 6. I know the rear main has been replaced at least once. I think it got a new rear main around 220,000. Now it does still leak a little bit, very little. I might lose a quarter of a quart within 3,000 miles, if that. But it's just one of those things that sometimes it can be completely fixed, other times it sort of puts a band-aid on it. But biggest thing is just checking the oil regular, check underneath the vehicle for a leak. I mean, it's a minor leak issue in consideration where I've heard people buying brand new Land Rovers and Range Rovers and right off the lot they're already leaking oil. But as long as the oil's checked regularly, check for leaks, and just keep the oil top, it can be managed. So next would be the valve cover gaskets. Usually they start leaking. So you want to upgrade those once you notice some leak, and just keep a check on them. It's just these engines create a lot of heat. And I think that's the reason for the breakdown of those valve cover gaskets. Next 3 would be the oil sending unit or adapter where the oil filter goes onto the block. I know there's an O-ring seal in this 98 straight 6. We've had to replace that, and it does still have a minor leak. The leak will go down the bottom of the oil filter and will drip. It's a minor leak. Just again, check the oil. I check my oil at least once a week. Normally I have to add about half a quart within 3,000 miles. So those are 3 main issues. 4 would be a cracked header, okay? And the header will usually crack. It's just an engineering design flaw. So where the tubes connect right before the exhaust begins, so right before the meat, that is usually where they crack. And you can see the crack because it'll create a little white section, bright white. That's where you know it's cracked. And usually if someone knows what they're listening for, they can hear it when it's running. And then you visually identify and you can confirm it. But this particular Jeep had a significant crack header, and replaced it, upgraded to the Banks torque tube header, which is a heavy duty stainless steel unit. I highly recommend that. It reduced my engine noise, inside the cab noise considerably, got better fuel mileage, and significant power increase. So that's a good thing to check and upgrade. So that's 4. 5, I wouldn't say that it's an issue as far as I've had it break or had one of the other break or heard of them breaking unless they've been abused, but that would be the gear ratios. So this Jeep has 355 gears. I've never had the issue as far as having to replace them, but I've just read through various forums that they were under geared from the factory. So in other words, most people advise to have no less than 373 gears, and in ideal situations it's perfect to have 410s or better, but at least 410s is what they say. So think about that. If you ever tear out a rear end, you might want to think about upgrading to 410 gears. You just got to look at your driving situation, what you're doing with the Jeep. But if you're just mostly doing some city driving like me, 90%, if something happens to my gears, I will absolutely upgrade to 410s. Of course, remember, if If it's 4-wheel drive, you got to upgrade the front also if you're changing the gear ratio. So these are top 5 issues. Mostly the first 4 require immediate attention, but I hope you enjoyed the video. Tap the like button, tap the bell icon, and subscribe if you would. I'd appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.